few other respectful rules about landscaping and such.
We're working out the details now.
We're working out the details now.
Organize the stuff.
You organize the stuff.
But you don't have to move it right now.
But you don't have to move it right now.
Somebody needs to let them know.
Any blocks? Okay. Dijeron que los van a dejar estar en el parque después de las 6, pero están negociando, no sé si lo van a hacer, si lo van a hacer que lo pongan en escrito, algo así válido.
Ellos pidieron que para si lo saquen a las 6, van a tener que sacar esto rápido, ¿no? Está bien. Saben que ellos saben que mucho estar haciendo. Yeah, this truck over there with the mud, you gotta have it out. Que no es agua. La garganta te duele, ¿no? Sí, porque ha estado gritando por 4 días.
Yeah. Can't hear from here, but give them their space.
Are you making videos of this?
Yeah, because I was here the first and the second night, and to also notice the change. I don't know if you were here the first night. It was like they said limit, and they were telling people to move their things, and now things have kind of changed.
This is no bullshit way. Like with Gordon coming down and getting arrested.
Right,
This is a way for
yeah.
to arrest us all.
You're right.
I mean, is this official word? I guess we'll find out. Now it's 6.
Mic check! Mic check! Mic check! Michael! Michael! Please come over! Food and Water Station! Food and Water Station!
Michael, can you call her and ask her for that? Can you guys help me get the ice?
Does that make sense? So, I think to this date it's been a very respectful relationship here. I mean, there's certain things that, I mean, there will be an officer here off and on, like people from my team. But once again, we're here to keep the peace. That's our focus. But I mean, we still have to service the rest of the city.
For sure.
So it's a matter of, I don't want, yeah.
I was earlier, we received legal documents that concern the laws about these laws that concern the relations that you have with the plaza itself. And it's stated that we have the legal right to have an exhibition. And we have to have a permit passed for us. However, I don't understand why it's being blocked if it's already demonstrated that we're capable of maintaining this area.
We're going to allow.
At first it's blocked. If it's not blocked anymore, then
we've looked at it, examined it in the interest of public safety. In my opinion, we're allowing you to do it. It's still, we're enforcing camping. Okay, we're enforcing, blocking the sidewalk, right? But I mean, it just, each situation is different, time, place, and location. It just depends, right? There's no exact situation. Like, if you put a tent over there, that's camping. Like, you're in it, you're in a sleeping bag, that's camping. If you're just hanging out, right?
An officer may ask you to get up and walk, but that's may dependent.
I just don't comprehend the whole justification to exert violence.
I can't hear you. You're not speaking up and it's loud.
Sorry. I don't understand the morality behind that you can impose violence upon somebody that is only laying on grass.
Your question is not framed for me to answer.
I have an important question.
Yeah.
How can we hold whoever is gonna make or whoever made that decision accountable to the entire group?
What do you mean?
Like whoever
If somebody acts
What
inappropriate-
decision?
for the
Allow
people to
us
stay
to
here
have
without
sex.
obviously
Basically,
camping.
what happened at the park on Saturday
Well,
when
see,
they
the
said we
park-
can stay and then we can't. We want to make sure that doesn't happen here.
Well,
that
see,
we're being
that's
told we can, and then it's going to get.
well, and you look at who told you could stay at the park.
It was what the city manager and.
Did the police department say?
No, they did not. Well,
See-
they were relaying from the city manager, so they did speak it, but it wasn't their decision.
I actually spoke to the city manager, and the problem, like I stepped in there and I basically said, due to the handling of that situation, if someone had made a decision at 7 o'clock and said, by the way, you simply can't stay here, you need to find someplace else, we could have let emotions calm down, done whatever, and found some other peaceable way to figure stuff out. But because it got pushed all the way until 10 o'clock before the decision got made, the whole thing became a cluster, right? And so what the city manager said, I walked in there and said, basically, I blame the city manager and I call for a vote of no confidence in his abilities based on this decision. They then came out to me after the fact and said, okay, there's two things. One, there was horrible miscommunications going on, like this guy telling this guy to tell him something, right? So telephone is a horrible game to
That's
play.
part of their job. is to
Right,
figure out
I
the
understand that, and I'm not saying this on, I still say, dude, you should have handled this better at 7 o'clock, you should have known. The second thing is, technically there's no city ordinance or law that allows the city manager or anyone to leave a park open longer. They can close it sooner, but they can't open it longer.
Well, luckily this isn't a park.
Well, and
Right,
yes,
so-
the park issue. All right, the park is still closed. Right, the park closes at whatever hour. Right, the park is closed at whatever hour it's posted.
So basically,
Nothing has changed at Hans Park.
Right, no. This is
So
exclusively
basically,
this plaza.
so we should just probably have some good faith here, and instead of grilling you with questions to have you change your mind, we should probably allow him
This
to open the
this
park
sounds
for
like-
us.
Yeah. The city manager himself put me in contact with someone who said, we've made some changes to our policy. We're going to be disseminating that information, but rather than tell you and then have someone else tell you and then have someone else tell you, I'm going to tell the police officers. The police officers are going to come here and they're going to tell you, and I think you're going to be pleasantly surprised by our
And it's in
changes
the
in
interest
policy.
of
And-
our safety
yeah.
and public
In
safety.
the interest of our safety and public
that's good
safety.
because then
they're opening
we
it up.
all were singing
We are
from
in
the same
agreement.
hymnal
We're in
then.
agreement.
I mean, you got me on videotape, and it's just that's what was communicated to me as far as we are not enforcing the 6 o'clock closure here. But what we will still be enforcing are camping ordinances, blocking the sidewalk issues.
Criminal damage, we need to stay out of the landscaping.
And here's another thing I didn't cover: chalking. Chalking of the sidewalks, fine, right? There's been few instances of chalking of the flagstone structures and buildings. That is considered criminal damage, right?
Okay.
But sidewalk is fine.
What about this? Is this considered sidewalk?
Yeah, this is anything that is round, right? Round, okay. Walls,
Not good.
like here,
Like right there.
yeah, this.
Guys,
Okay.
Okay.
back up
Okay.
a little bit off the
Is there anything else?
Three might go
Meeting?
Okay, and once again, we look to provide you with the statutes so that you could be clear.
That's something that we're working on, assembling a legal research team, and we pulled quite a few resources today, and that's something that's going to be in the meeting as well. So, okay.
So,
I'm
Does that
asking
make sense?
who's the contact
Can we
person
rotate
to
like
say
this?
this
It'll give them the
person
ability to.
Him.
made this exception. You're gonna
well,
give
I mean,
her.
it was communicated
I have his card.
to me.
Okay.
Yeah.
And I heard from Cavazos himself and others that this decision was going to be coming down. He's cool.
So now he's passing it on to the rest of us.
So we're good. Do you need me for anything
Cavazos
else?
It's just-
introduced me to a man.
We
named-
will, I mean, it will be an ongoing communication, and I know it'll take a few days to get people accustomed to it.
David Cavazos
All right,
and
but
Ed
we're gonna
Zucker
set some,
both
clear-
informed me in city council chambers that this decision was going to come down
What?
and that they were going to be relaxing some
Like the
rules.
other day, we had a woman with an easel, and she was painting, sitting on a bench
Yeah.
painting her easel.
Yeah, I mean, it all,
I
each
called
situation
him out in
depends.
council and
Okay.
called
But I mean,
on my council members and implored
Yeah.
them
Yes.
to, at their
Well,
next
see, it's
earliest
movement and
convenience,
activity. Camping,
propose a vote of no
sleeping,
confidence in his ability.
bedrolls,
Which would
laying
result in
down, You can sit, you can lay down.
Well, he came up
but
to me
you can't
immediately
sleep.
afterwards, and his assistant started back
Or and
so
even
I was
then,
thinking
like,
the
all right,
yeah.
if you you fall asleep, napping, it's camping, right? It's
a permanent. What do you call it?
like you have a bedroll, and you got blankets, and you got a tent. And,
But like
each situation is different. Okay, that's what you have to be clear on. Each situation is different.
Yes, sir.
All right.
Well, you heard me speak,
Okay,
right?
cool. Thank you guys.
Hey, bro, did you hear the
What's
word
that?
where I said where I called for no
he's working on
contact?
another thing.
It takes
Thank you.
it takes 4 council members out of 6, out of 8. Sorry, out of 9. 4 of the 9 people on the city council, right, have to say we agree with that, and he's out that day.
No problem. There's other things.